that we have to talk about. And we've talked about her before, but we don't talk about her very often. We only talk about her about once a year. And I think I want to talk to you about her again. Unfortunately, I don't have an icon of her with me or in our church, so I want to just talk to you about her. You see, her name was Mary, and this Mary was a really beautiful young girl, and then she became a beautiful young woman. But Mary wasn't a very good person. No, unfortunately, she wasn't, kids, and she did a lot of bad things. And she did them even without any explanation. It was really a tough life that she lived. But she still lived a life when she was doing all kinds of bad things. And one day, when she wanted to go to a beautiful church, she wanted to go to the church, and she went to the door of the church and put her hand on the handle, tried to pull the door open, and the door wouldn't open. The door just didn't open. She thought it was maybe locked. But then another person came in, and that person opened the door and went in. And you know what? She thought, something must be wrong. So she tried again. And the door didn't open again for her. That's exactly what happened. No, the door did not open for her. She couldn't open the door. It was like it was locked just for her. Because all the other people, they could go in and come out, but the door was always locked. She could never go inside. But she really wanted to go inside. You know, kids, she didn't even really know why she wanted to go inside that church. But she noticed that something was happening. It was like a miracle. That the door wasn't opening. Well, you know what, kids? She finally did get to realize what was happening. She remembered that she did a lot of bad things in her life. She made a lot of mistakes, and she didn't fix them, and she didn't apologize for them. And when she realized that, she was able to go to church. She was able to pray. She was able to receive communion and be forgiven. But she wanted to really change her life completely. She didn't want to make any more mistakes. No, she didn't want to make bad decisions like she did before. So she went into a desert, and she lived there for 48 years. Yup. Can you imagine that? A long, long time. Yes, kids, she lived there by herself. Nobody around. But after many, many years, there was a priest who came, and his name was Zosimas. And Saint Zosimas was a good priest, and he prayed with her, and she was able to be close to Jesus, and she really loved receiving the prayers from and the blessing from Saint Zosimas. And when she died, Saint Mary of Egypt went up to heaven, and she's in heaven with Jesus. Now, this is a very interesting story, isn't it? It's a very interesting story because it's a life that we're kind of scared about, right? I mean, it's kind of scary to go into a desert by yourself for many, many, many years. I would be scared of doing that. And you know, I'm wondering, most of us don't go into a desert, not for that many years. But I want to ask you something. Have you ever done something bad? Have you ever made the wrong decision about something? And your parents saw that, and then they said, that was a terrible decision. Did that ever happen to you? I know it happened to me when I was a kid. What happens usually when you do something bad like that? Maybe you get sent to your room and you end up spending some time by yourself, and you probably don't have TV to watch. Your parents probably took away your tablet, your video games, or your toys. You probably had nothing really to do. And that's good, because when we do something bad like that, it's actually really important to sit and really think how we can change it, how we can not do that, make that bad decision, right? And then after that, when you apologize, then everything is fine again. And your parents aren't sad and upset anymore, right? I know that's what used to happen with me when I did bad stuff. Yeah, my parents were sad and upset. And then I'd end up having to think about how to make my life better so that I don't do the same mistakes again. You know, kids, whenever that happens, it's a little bit like St. Mary of Egypt. Yep. When we realize that we've done something bad and we spend some time alone to think about how to not do that bad thing again, but to do it well and to make the right decision and to be good. Kids, that's exactly when we are like St. Mary of Egypt. And as often as we do that, the Lord Jesus is happy, and our parents are happy, and all of our friends and family are happy, and we become not only more like St. Mary of Egypt, but also more like Jesus Christ. Because that's what St. Mary's is for us. St. Mary of Egypt is for us. An example how to be more like Jesus Christ. May God bless you by the prayers of St. Mary, and let's not forget to say Happy Name Day to Rosemary. I hope you're watching, Rosemary. God bless you.